Now, I really don't like the fakeness. I am all about being real all the time. You either like me or you don't like me. That's just how I see it. You gonna get 100% of Crystal all day long. And I'm not gonna fake where I'm from. Yes, I'm a little bougie, but I definitely came from the hood and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna be pretending to be someone that I'm not. And for some weird reason, the Democrat Party is really good at this. Like they want to play that whole feel of I'm somebody that I'm really not. They like to code switch. They like to act like people are not smart enough or intelligent enough to have a really good conversation without them trying to pretend that they're from the hood. Who is our culprit of the day? We are going to Miss Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett got busted and disgusted. How? You may ask. Well, of course, by Benny Johnson, because Benny Johnson has been revealing everyone. We caught him. We caught Miss AOC faking her funk, pretending she was AOC from the block when she was not. And now what? We have caught Jasmine Crockett. So we're going to react to this video today because I'm telling you right now, this was one of the best things that I've seen. So I want y'all to sit back and relax. And then we're going to get into some scripture because the Lord warns us about sheep and wolf's clothing. Well, wolf and sheep's clothing. Wolf and sheep's clothing. The Lord has warned us about those things. And I think Miss Jasmine, as Benny calls her, has been caught being a wolf in sheep's clothing. We're going to talk about it. So let me share the screen with y'all. And we're going to get into this. I am excited. And I'm gonna pause here and there to give y'all my feedback because I don't like people faking the funk. I'm just telling you right now. So let us get into this playback.
Yo, what's up, guys? We are in Dallas, Texas today in the heart of Jasmine Crockett's district. It is rough, it is tough, it is hood, and it is foul, just like Jasmine Crockett. That's the whole persona, right? Tough talking, street fighting girl from the ghetto. That's Jasmine Crockett's entire aura, the attitude.
Looks like in the shitter to me.
The volume.
Don't tell me to calm down because y'all talk noise and then you're out of control.
The voice.
The congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat.
I'm trying to get clarification.
But there's a little problem with Jasmine. It's all a lie. She's code switching. She's a fraud, and we can prove it today. This is where Jasmine says she's from, but this is where Jasmine's really from. Welcome to St. Louis, Missouri, Jasmine Crockett's hometown. So let me show you where Jasmine Crockett's really from.
Welcome to St. Louis, specifically the Republican suburbs of St. Louis, with the mansions, country clubs, and private schools. This is where Jasmine Crockett was raised. We're talking quiet suburbs, manicured lawns, college brochures in the mailbox, and neighbors who wave when they mow the lawn.
This is where Jasmine Crockett went to school. It's called the Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School.
I just want to pause. That is not what my school looked like. That's not what any of my schools look like. I just want y'all to understand. My schools did not look like that. My schools look quite different. Some of them may have even had a metal detector, and you know what a metal detector is for. But let's keep going.
One of the most prestigious institutions in the entire country, also one of the most expensive. Check this out. This isn't just a good school. This is the #1 school in the entire state of Missouri. It costs $35,000 per year to attend high school here.
$35,000 per year to send your children there. Now, mind you, I wasn't in the place to be paying for none of my children to go to private school, and my parents weren't either. But she's Jasmine from the block as well, apparently. But let's keep going, because this school looked nice. I didn't know this was the hood.
And the reason why is because the average test scores here guarantee your placement in an elite college institution. It's one of the best preparatory schools in the world. The average SAT score here is 1350, and the average ACT score here is 30. This is an elite institution. Did your high school have its own private Wimbledon? How large was your high school's lacrosse field? This lacrosse field is expansive.
I'm sorry, but we didn't have lacrosse, okay? We did not have lacrosse. I'm just telling you right now. So I don't know what they talking about because we didn't have lacrosse in the lower income. You don't have lacrosse, okay? You have basketball, you have football, you know. You may have had tennis, but lacrosse, you stretching it on some lacrosse. But let's keep going.
Did your high school have its own aquatic center on site?
No.
Can Jasmine Crockett swim? She has no excuse because she went here. This is where Jasmine learned to play clarinet by the apple tree on this beautiful campus.
We did not have no apple tree growing on our school campuses. I'm sorry. There was no apple trees, no serene fountain flowing nowhere. Not happening. Okay? But again, she's from the hood. Yep. She's from the hood, y'all.
Of the Mary Institute, St. Louis Country Day School. Did your high school have its own private dock and pond teeming with colorful fish and wildlife?
No.
I think not. Neither did mine. Because we're poor. But Jasmine is elite. After graduating from this elite country day school, Jasmine Crockett was immediately accepted at another elite institution, Rhodes College in Tennessee.
Rhodes College is a private liberal arts school that looks like Hogwarts and costs a whopping $74,000 per year. That makes Rhodes one of the most expensive colleges in America. There are only 2,000 students enrolled at this institution, nestled in the rolling leafy hills of Old Memphis, and Jasmine, from the block, is one of them. But the elitism did not end there. Jasmine went on to attend and graduate from the University of Houston Law Center, where tuition runs a whopping $40,000 per year. In total, Jasmine Crockett's elite education cost close to $1 million. Just to talk like this on national TV.
Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that. Yes, he is. But in a functioning democracy.
Tisk, tisk. What would Jasmine's English instructors here think of her now? Ah, how time goes by. I forgot. Jasmine Crockett didn't always used to talk like a hood rat for most of her life. Jasmine talked like this.
I just got to Austin and I had to meet 5 people to get here.
After graduating law school, Jasmine went on to start her own law firm. She got elected immediately to the Texas State House and then moved swiftly to the U.S. Congress with the help of just a few foreign billionaires along the way. And now she's polling for...
Just in case anyone did not know who that, let me just pull it back a little bit. Just in case you did not know who that elite person that they were talking about was. Let me go right about here. That is Alex Soros, George Soros's son. That's who that is. But we'll keep going.
With the help of just a few foreign billionaires along the way. And now she's polling for president in 2028. If anything, Jasmine Crockett's life story is not a condemnation of systemic racism in America, but the true definition of obscene American privilege, that anyone from anywhere can be and do anything. This isn't started from the bottom, now we're here. This is started from the Neighborhood Watch, and now we're in the HOA. Here's what your average street looks like in South Dallas, where Jasmine Crockett represents.
The best part about Jasmine Crockett's district is free public bathrooms. Think about it. That's where your tax dollars are going.
Brown New Deal.
Man, someone was having a cookout right here. Look at the pan and the charcoal ready to go. Jasmine, why did you invite us to the cookout? Look, there's the pans. And here's the rest of the cookout right here.
And here's what your average street looks like in St. Louis, in the suburbs where Jasmine Crockett's from. Here's what a school looks like in South Dallas.
Here's an elementary school in the heart of Jasmine Crockett's district. Let's go ahead and check on the environment in which these kids are learning. You have burned down buildings in every direction. Nothing's open. FDJT has been tagged on this building. Everything is just blight. Everything is been destroyed. Empty booze bottles sitting in the parking lot. Did Jasmine Crockett write FDJT? Maybe that's her contribution here. Decline is a choice. None of those businesses are open. All of them have been shuttered and burned to the ground. This is where the students are learning. It's bad. So that's the big school in Jasmine Crockett's district. You can see the playground and everything like that. There are kids playing on it. Here's the walkway to school in Crockett's district. This is what the children have to walk through every single day.
So sad.
I don't know how many booze bottles there are, how many beer cans, and how much junk. Just a reminder that it's people who represent districts like these that want to bring you the Green New Deal. They're the ones who call themselves environmentalists. Remember that.
Exactly.
And here's what a school looks like in St. Louis. Here's what a sidewalk looks like in South Dallas.
I pause this to let y'all know she has been in Congress in 2023. Okay, 2023. It is 2025. What exactly has she done besides run her mouth? Because it don't look like she's done anything. And you're going to hear more of what the people have to say. But the fact that people put her back in office for what?
And here's what a sidewalk looks like in St. Louis. And here's what stores and shopping centers look like in South Dallas.
Never seen so many downed power lines in my life. It's like the broken windows theory. When you let one window get broken, you're going to let every window get broken because criminals think that they can get away with it. And Jasmine Crockett and people who represent her ideology have gotten away with destroying South Dallas. Look at this once thriving business, this once thriving area. And this is every single business.
And the thing is, you know, she probably stood up there and said how she was ready to save the community, help the community, do things for the community that no one else has. Yet the community still looks like this, right?
That we see in the district. It's all a bombed out ruin of itself. It's a total collapsed society. What happened here? Well, it's pretty obvious. The progressive politics of Jasmine Crockett, single party rule that has decided to vote against commerce, against the free market, and against safety for the people here. It's pretty sad that kids have to grow up like this. We're hoping for better. We're hoping the kids in Jasmine's district get to grow up like her someday, right? Texas has one of the most booming economies in the entire country. It has a bigger GDP than most countries on earth. Yet in Jasmine Crockett's district, you can find homeless encampments right here behind us.
That's a whole
sad story about how this district's managed. So we're going to go now because the homeless guy just came tearing off after us in here. It's dangerous
Not
district.
even safe over there.
And here's what stores and shopping centers look like in St. Louis. Get the point? Jasmine built her political career on the idea that she came from the struggle. In reality, she's using those who are struggling for power and treating the little guy like garbage. A recent article details how abusive Jasmine Crockett is to her staff, saying that she's lazy and erratic, screams at them, and that she uses them for grunt and brute labor, that she makes them serve her hand and foot like a queen, and nobody likes working for her because of this arrogant, elitist attitude. Could it be because of Jasmine Crockett's upbringing that she behaves this way? Someone should ask. While Jasmine is being an abusive tyrant in Washington, D.C., her district suffers. A man who's lived here 63 years explains the changes as he sits at an abandoned gas station.
Carl, how we doing, man? You've been here 63 years?
63 damn years.
You've seen a lot.
Man, I've seen a lot of help. I've seen a lot of people pass away.
Too much violence?
Yeah. In the South, yeah. So I'm used to it, you know. I can walk through it. You know, got the elderly people, you know, they kind of scared, you know, walk to the store and stuff, because these young kids be out here, you know, selling that shit, man. It just, you know, just things have changed, man.
Gotten for the better or for the worse?
It don't got to look worse.
Yeah.
It ain't getting no better.
That's too bad to hear. What would you like to see fixed, Carl?
I'd like to see the city get fixed. You know, the whole city, man, you know. Because, like I said, it's wild to us doing drive-bys and shooting and all that type of stuff, man. You know, that ain't fun. When I was raised up, we didn't do all that. I didn't get to fighting, then we go drink a beer together. That's what you do.
The people living in South Dallas were kind to us. They were warm, genteel, and welcoming. They had some Southern charm. They've seen better days, and they deserve better than a code-switching theater kid playing a hood rat representing them.
The Jasmine Crockett story is all too common in American politics. Somebody who's lying to you, defrauding you, stealing from you, leaving your neighborhoods looking like this. They take the power and they leave you with nothing. It's an important reminder that you really shouldn't put your faith in communists, socialists, or the next big thing. There's no substitute for this. Spending on the block.
Amen.
Here in Dallas, Jasmine Crockett's district. Hoping for better days. See you.
Amen. Oh, so that is Jasmine Crockett's story. And, you know, I remember in 2024, Cat Williams was talking about there's going to be exposure. Prior to Cat Williams saying that, there was a lot of pastors, preachers, prophets that was saying the Lord is going to be exposing a lot of stuff. And this is what we're seeing when it comes to Jasmine Crockett and the others. Because what she's doing is despicable. What she's doing is despicable. I want y'all to know in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15 through 16, it says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will recognize them by their fruit. The thing is, I'm not talking just about prophets. They're talking about people in general. There are people that come into your life pretending to be one thing, pretending to be that sheep, pretending that they have your back, pretending that they want the best for you. And they are spawns of Satan. And I don't mean like I'm talking about they were sent by Satan himself to destroy the work that God is doing in you, right? But in this instance, what I look at, I hear so many Black people, Black Americans, fussing and fighting about we're no longer slaves, we're not slaves, and so on and so forth. But you are a slave to people like that, because all they're doing is using and abusing you. And they can't even be bothered. They can't be bothered. Please tell me, what has she done for the community? Because according to this man, he's just seeing things get worse. Her name is plastered everywhere. She's on everybody's shows. Everything is Trump, Trump, Trump. The one thing I give Trump, I don't care what nobody says, Trump gives you Trump all the time. Trump ain't code switching. You get Trump 24/7. You know what you're getting. But for her to come in there acting like she's one way, and she's completely different. She's not even concerned about the people in her community, the people that she walks around and says, I am like you. We're the same. But you're basically stepping on them just so you can get ahead in life. You don't care what happens to that community. The amount of trash that was everywhere. You mean you can't get together with the community and help clean that community up? Instead of being on everybody's TV show? Instead of over there giving sound bites, talking about everyone else is giving sound bites. No, you give sound bites, because that's all you do. You walk around and you're all about the sound bites. There's a gentleman, let me see if I can find him, that is running against her. And listening to him, this man sounds like he has his head on his shoulders. And he's running against her. His name is Sheldon Daniels. And I showed y'all a picture of him. He's running. He sounds way more serious than she does. He actually has the fear of God in him. I don't know what she has. But this is Sheldon Daniels, so that y'all can get a chance to see who I'm talking about. This is Sheldon. This is him. This is him and his family. This is someone that sees what's going on in Texas and wants to do something. He got tired. He got frustrated with the foolishness. As I said, a lot of people don't realize that you are in oppression because you are sitting down here being taken advantage of by Jasmine Crockett. It says, whoever oppresses the poor shows contempt for their maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. Proverbs 14:31. When you go here and spew all kinds of, listen, I feel where you're from. I'm where you're from. I'm coming to change your community, and you do nothing. All you're doing is trying to get ahead in life. So you're stepping on everybody else's back to get ahead. That's disgusting and sinful at that too. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely sinful. It also says in Leviticus 25:17, it says, do not take advantage of each other, but fear your God. I am the Lord your God. What she's doing is taking advantage of these people because, of course, you know, the old adage goes, if you black, then you're Democrat. That's ridiculous. I hope this video catches all of you and you get up from underneath there, because I want you to take a step back and then look around your Democratic run areas and tell me, how is it going for you? How does it look? How does it feel? Do you feel like the people care about you? Are they concerned about your well-being? Are they trying to clean up the neighborhoods? Or are they watching you and telling you the man is keeping you down? They keep spewing that ridiculous line about the man is keeping you down. The man is holding you back. So why didn't the man hold them back? Why didn't the man hold them back? I'm confused. Because if the man is keeping all of us that look like this down, how did Jasmine get there? How did the rest of them get there, actually? Because the man is keeping you down. Remember that. If the man is keeping you down, then they shouldn't be there. All of those immoral people, ungodly people, they come into the churches and they, like Jasmine was in church trying to speak and trying to tell people how she feels about the Lord. I say this because some ungodly people have wormed their way into your churches, saying that God's marvelous grace allows us to live immoral lives. Jude 1:4. She's part of that group of people because she continues to promote the things on the Democratic platform that God does not stand for. She continues to push the identity politics, Black ideology. God does not stand for that. She continues to tell you that you are a victim when God said we are victorious in him. I want people to wake up and get a clue. Ask God to remove the veil from your eyes. Start thinking for yourself. Stop listening to them and start thinking for yourself. Do your own research. Look at yourself. Look at your community and understand, like they said, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome, that is a definition of insanity. And supporting people like her is the definition of insanity. Anyway, that is my reaction to Benny's video, pulling out the true side of Miss Jasmine Crockett, which I totally enjoyed because he pulled it out. He pulled it out. I love that he does that investigative work so that we can see the wolf in the sheep's clothing. And we got a chance to see that in Jasmine Crockett. From her staff saying allegedly that she's a problem and that she's a diva, to the community that she's supposed to be representing looking like trash, but she's coming from that posh area. Yeah. Those are the people that you watch out for. So seek God in all things and he will lead you. It's not about if you're Black, you're Democrat. Are you a follower of Christ or you're not? That's it. You seek him in every area of your life, not just bits and pieces, every area of your life, and he will direct your path. Anyway, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell to all so that you know when I'm going live and when I'm dropping new videos, because we're going to have a lot of new stuff coming out. And I'm excited to share that with all of you. So again, turn on that notification bell to all. And I will see you guys next time here on Crystal Beyond Labels. Later.